Good evening, my fellow Toastmasters, and welcome to our live interview brought to you by the District 109 Conference team. Our district conference this year will be a virtual one. However, we must remember that it is being hosted by Hania, a small, beautiful town on the island of Crete in Greece. We are also proud to announce that we will have a great selection of speakers. This evening, though, I am honored to be introducing to you past International President Lark Doley, all the way from Texas. She will be speaking to us on Saturday evening at our virtual gala dinner, an event not to be missed. So welcome, past International President Lark. Welcome to District 109.
It is my golden honor to be with you today. Thank you so much for inviting me.
And it is our honor to have you. But I know that our audience is eagerly waiting to learn more about you. So just to start off, could you please share with us something you're passionate about other than Toastmasters?
I am passionate about my family and my friends, especially my grandchildren. I have 4 grandchildren and I love Zooming with them on a regular basis. My best friend I met through Toastmasters, and now I am so honored to say that I have lifelong friends around the globe through my Toastmasters experience.
That sounds amazing. Toastmasters really does bring us together. But on another note, since you mentioned family, I remember seeing this beautiful house on your virtual background when I first spoke to you. Am I correct in thinking that it is actually your house?
Yes, it is. It is a lighthouse home that my husband built. He was the general contractor on the home. And we actually built the home in honor of my father-in-law, Arthur. Now, both my husband and my father-in-law were from England originally. And my father-in-law served in World War II in the Royal Navy. He loved any body of water and began collecting lighthouse memorabilia before his death in 1997. And after his death, we decided to build a lighthouse home in Arthur's honor. But now it stands in honor of both my father-in-law and my husband because both of them are deceased. Both of them passed away.
What an amazing story, really. Thank you for sharing it with us, this beautiful background to your story. Since you mentioned a lighthouse, by the way, I have to say that the town of Hania boasts a really beautiful lighthouse. So I hope one day you will be able to come live to see the lighthouse of Hania.
Oh, I would love that opportunity. I would love that. So hopefully one day that will happen.
We all hope. So another thing, beyond that, I have seen over the years that you have embraced a golden philosophy in life. Even your attire often tends to be beautifully golden. Any comments on how that came about? What does golden mean to you?
Actually, yes. When I ran for Lieutenant Governor Marketing, that was the title for the Club Growth Director role back when I ran for that role as a district officer. And I had my theme of share the gold. I believe that Toastmasters offers golden benefits in communication, leadership, and friendship. And it does not cost us gold in order to acquire those communication and leadership skills and those lifelong friendships. So that's what gold means to me in Toastmasters terms.
It's a beautiful phrase to use the word golden, even when you close off an email and you say with golden regards. It's actually a very warm greeting. So it caught my attention. Thank you for that.
Thank you.
Now, do you have a favorite quote? Something you would like to share with us? Something that reflects you and the way you have chosen to live your life?
Absolutely. My favorite quote is from Mahatma Gandhi, and it goes something like this: be the change that you want to see in the world. I believe that we join Toastmasters in order to change, in order to grow, in order to develop. And certainly within the last year with the pandemic, we have learned that we have to adapt change, innovate in order to cope with the pandemic. And I truly believe that our organization was so courageous in the changes that we've made to the organization, and ask our clubs, our areas, our divisions, our districts, our regions, and our whole international organization to make. So be the change that you want to see in the world. I try to adapt that in every aspect of change. When I'm faced with change, I try to approach that change with a positive attitude to find the opportunities that are in that opportunity for change.
That's great. And we thank you, and actually all the leaders in Toastmasters International, because if somebody had told us 3 years ago that such a pandemic could occur and that Toastmasters could continue surviving so well, maybe we wouldn't have believed it. But somehow we're here and we're going strong. People are giving their speeches, there's enthusiasm, contests going on, and I love it. So it's thanks to our leadership at Toastmasters. And this leads me into the next question I was wondering about. Basically, the position of International President is a very prestigious one in our organization. It requires so many years of dedicated work to get to that stage. What inspired you to take on this huge challenge?
When I joined Toastmasters in 1990, I would never have imagined that I would have become president of Toastmasters International. I joined Toastmasters to improve my communication skills. But when I learned about the leadership opportunities in Toastmasters, I fervently accepted those leadership opportunities. And that began certainly at the club level. I served as club secretary, then I served as club president. I found out about the area governor role, as it was called then, and I wanted to serve as area governor. After that, I served as division governor. That's when I thought that my leadership journey in Toastmasters had ended. So I just continued as a Toastmaster, serving my club, my area, my division, and my district. But then I was asked to become a conference chair for the 1994 District 56 conference. And I loved doing that. I loved serving as conference chair. Then I found out about the district leadership opportunities, and I pursued those. After the district leadership opportunities of Lieutenant Governor Marketing, Lieutenant Governor Education and Training, and District Governor at that time, I thought again that my leadership journey had ended. So my leadership journey to president was a series of stops and starts with leadership. And I will tell you that it is because of individuals who said to me, Lark, what about international director? What about region advisor? What about international officer? That I pursued those different positions of leadership within our organization. But I pursued them over a period of 28 years. I did not know that I would even consider president of this organization until 2014. And in 2014, I attended the Kuala Lumpur Toastmasters International Convention. There, many people approached me, and they were so kind to tell me that they were so sorry that my husband had passed away that year. But they said, "What are your future plans, Lark?" And at that point, I had no future plans, but they said, what about serving as second vice president? What about serving as an international officer in our organization? I went back home to my home district. I talked with my friends at District 55 about the opportunity and what did they think? And they all said they would be willing to support me if I wanted to pursue future leadership. And that's when the decision was made, literally in 2014. So I say to everyone, your journey in Toastmasters is your unique journey, but it is very, very, very important It is golden that we tell people when we see leadership potential in them, because they may not see it in themselves. So tell people that you see leadership potential in them so that they can achieve their full potential in this organization. I was honored to serve as your international president, and it is because of the encouragement of others that I achieved that leadership role in our organization.
And what an unforgettable experience, really, it must have been. I can just imagine it. I see that most Toastmasters tend to go towards the communication path, if you will. So a lot of people who are good leaders may prefer to concentrate on contests. So I've seen that. I don't know if you have any comment on that.
I want every member of this organization to pursue their dreams, be it in communication or leadership or both. So there are certainly individuals who have pursued the World Championship of Public Speaking and then have become presidents of our organization. Dilip Episekara, Jana Barnhill have pursued that. And I know other presidents that have pursued the World Championship after serving as president. So communication and leadership opportunities are open to us, either or both. And I hope that our members will pursue their passions in this organization.
Indeed, it is well worth it. When I became a simple member, little did I know that I would end up pursuing more. And it really is an experience.
It is.
Let's go to our conference. Let me inform you that our specific District 109 conference this year has a theme, Lead with Divergent Thinking. So I just wanted to ask you to share with us, to you, what does divergent thinking mean? And when have you applied it in your life?
I believe that divergent thinking means agile thinking, innovative thinking, pursuing a different direction. And as you and I have already discussed, in the last year, our organization has definitely pursued different directions than we had prior to the pandemic. So I believe divergent and agile are two synonyms, if you will. And when I think about divergent thinking for myself, my professional life has actually been one of divergent thinking. I actually began my professional career as an algebra teacher in high school. And then I moved to a technical position in quality control at Texas Instruments. And after that, I worked for an entrepreneurial company and then formed my own entrepreneurial company, Second Wave Incorporated. So I believe in my professional life, I have definitely pursued divergent directions, starting as a teacher and ultimately ending up in technology. I worked for Dell, I've worked for DBM, and I finally ended my career at Maximus. I retired from Maximus at the end of March of this year. So professionally, I think I've had a pretty divergent career. In Toastmasters, I've already mentioned to you that I never expected to serve as president of this organization. And I literally started with a club officer position and then stopped after division director, then started again, stopped again, started, stopped. So I believe that I've had a lot of divergent thinking in my Toastmasters career as well. And now I look forward to continuing in Toastmasters and going through hopefully all the paths and pathways. It certainly will be a lifelong pursuit for me to be a member of Toastmasters.
That's wonderful. I love the fact that also professionally, you've been through so many different stages. I think it means that you've led a very full life so far. And of course, you're looking forward to the next steps. It's great to hear that you plan to continue in Toastmasters. You've mentioned completing the paths. Do you have any other goals you'd like to meet? Perhaps helping out more clubs or your district?
Absolutely. Absolutely. The wonders of our online world is that we literally can do what our president is doing, and that is we can visit a club in every country around the world. So I certainly encourage all of you who are hearing this today to be sure that you are visiting clubs around the globe while we have this online capability to do so. I have encouraged one of my clubs, and I have actually facilitated this, that we are visiting clubs around the world, and we are either visiting them and just listening and observing, or we are holding joint meetings with them. We recently held a joint meeting with an advanced club in Australia. But what I love is that I can travel the world and support clubs, areas, divisions, and districts around the globe at any time that they ask me and that I'm available to do so. So just yesterday, I was visiting another district around the world, District 105, and it was golden to participate in a panel discussion with three other one current president, Richard Peck, and two other past presidents, Deepak Menon and Mohammed Rarad.
So much going on, and thank you for inspiring us so much. I think we're leaving our audience with a very strong message here. Just continue in Toastmasters. Don't worry exactly about setting a specific path for yourself, but keep on going and doing whatever you can, and it will be very, very rewarding.
Absolutely.
So, yes, please, I wanted to ask past International President Lark if you have any final comments.
I just want all of you to make Toastmasters a lifelong pursuit, a continuous learning opportunity for you. Experience all the gold that our organization has to offer. And if you try to experience all the gold, you will never stop being a member of our organization. Thank you for the opportunity to be with you today so much, Lillian.
Perfect. Thank you so much, past International President Lark. The pleasure was all mine. And trust me, we are really looking forward to hearing your motivational speech next Saturday night. So, ladies and gentlemen, now, if you have not yet registered, there's still time. Please do so. Registration is still open for our conference, and we promise 3 action-packed days from 14th to 16th May. As our founder, Dr. Ralph Smedley, had noted, we learn best in moments of enjoyment, and we haven't forgotten that. We have planned a conference which will be full of fun learning opportunities. So we look forward to seeing you all there. Goodbye for now.